moment on this conference that I went for in Nairobi, when the South African Minister of Transport stood up in the gathering where there are political parties from all over the world, and he said to me, he said, I want to applaud Liberia because your election was so tight, hotly contested, and President Bouaga only defeated President Weah less than 30,000 votes. And yet, President Weah conceded. He said, you people should continue that democracy. I was proud. I'm going to say anyway, therefore, President, we have to concede and keep our democracy on the path it is. It's something, of course, I'm proud of, and I'm happy he did that. I will praise him any day for that, because not many Africans can do that. Look, let's stop all these political noise. When people do something good, praise them. He could have stayed in power like other people. Yes, he could have done that. When President Bouaga talking the thing you not see, I'm off your way, I'm president, now your ego, tell I'm off on your way, I'm president, now your ego, tell I'm off on your way, I'm president, now your ego. Stop it. The mental talented, the mental gifted, into dedicated. I love my president, mighty warrior. You always winning, never losing. I love my president. Hey, yeah, we are, my money, my country giant. President, now your ego. Hey, tell I'm off on your way out. Now your president, now your ego. Hey, tell I'm off on your way out. Hey, now your president, now your ego. Hey, tell I'm off on your way out. Now your president, now your ego.
On behalf of the legends, my fellow panelists, I would like to extend deepest thanks and appreciation to you Gianni Infantino, President of FIFA, for giving us this important opportunity to serve on this panel aimed at fighting racism and discrimination in this beautiful game. As the great Nelson Mandela once said, racism is a blade human conscience. We all must work to eliminate this disease from the beautiful game, on and off the pitch. I want to thank all my fellow panelists for stepping up to this huge challenge. We must build upon current efforts by FIFA, the various federations, our partners in government and civil society, and find new and innovative solutions to this ugly situation. Since yesterday, a lot of work has been done here in Raga. As we continue the discussion today, let us remember that humanity depends on all of us to succeed. On behalf of the panel members, I also wish to assure everyone that as individuals who have personally experienced racism during our own careers, we understand how profoundly damaging it is, not just to the sports, but to players, fans, supporters, and humanity alike. To my fellow distinguished panelists, it is a proud moment working with all of you together as we strive to kick racism out of the beautiful game for the good of the game and for humanity. Thank you, Mr. Panel. So, Mr. President, good to see you.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are watching us from, and whatever the time is. I want to use this time to welcome you under the Palava Hall. And as usual, we want to say kindly do us a favor. And that favor that we are requiring of you is to kindly hit for us the share button. Share with friends, share with family members, and let's have a wonderful time together. A very wonderful time together. Let's have a wonderful time together. Today, our discussion is going to be packed with evidence. There is one thing that I always say to myself. My presence on this particular platform, it is not an indication that I am the best. My presence on these platforms is not an indication that I am the only person. My presence on this platform is not an indication that I am too clever and I want to show my academics excellence. No. My presence on this platform is purely by the grace of God and your support toward a fellow Liberian. And my love for my political institution and my country. That's what I'm here. I am not here to chase cloud. I am not here for the name or for the fame. I am here to transform minds. I am here to educate my generation, my people. So whenever I come here, I see this as an opportunity. I see it as a privilege because there are others who can do exactly what I am doing in different forms, different ways, and different manner. Again, let me seize this time to extend my thanks and appreciation to all of you who continue to remain very supportive to what we do here through your comments, through your sharings, through the sending of your, thumbs up, the love emojis, and every other thing, including your criticism. I want to thank you because if you've not been so critical of what we do, so supportive of what we do, so encouraging of what we do, probably we may not be here. Do you know what it means? From 2015, we are here. There are others who've come and they're gone. But like I said, we are not running competition here. This is not about competition. This is not about chasing cloud. This is not about popularity context. This is about educating our people. Coming up as a young man, there's one thing that was very, 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 I was very focused on was to become somebody who will help another group of people. So I used to love teaching. So when I was coming up at a very tender age, I was able to open my own study class at a very tender age. I was in the 7th grade when I opened my first study class, and I had about 4 persons employed. I know it would be funny, right? But that's the reality. I had about 4 persons employed in my study class. My father, the man who raised me, he had a school. So usually when I comes from school, I am this person who from day one I've been very, very, I don't know, but one would say I'm an introvert. I just be by myself. So I sat down and looked all around and said, I get this big school. The classrooms are all here. What do I do? And coming up, I used to be very good in school. That I can say. I used to try my best. I was never a fool. I used to be very, very good in school. So I said to myself, well, that's great. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open study class. And because I was good in the sciences, math, and stuff like that, I start to help some kids. They will bring their assignment, I will do for them. Since I was in the 6th grade, I decided, I said, okay, what I'm going to do is that I will open a study class, but the only people that will accept in will be from 4th grade down. 4th grade, 3rd grade, 2nd grade, 1st grade, then I will help them. So when I opened that study class, guess what happened? I got to know that the kids in the community, they had practically nobody helping them. So all of them will come to the place in the evening time and the place will be packed. The first day that I opened my study class, we were almost like 8. I was like, what? 8? I can't teach all of these 8 children. So I had a friend who is now in the police. He's a commander now, somewhere. So I called this guy because he was in the 9th grade. Remember, I said I was in the 6th grade. So he was in the 9th grade. So I called him and said, "Man, I'm begging you. I want you to come help me. I'll pay you." How much we were charging? I think it was every day somewhere around out of 50 cents or so. I think every day was 50 cents or so. That's why they were paying 50 cents. So it's still long. We start helping them and they start doing well. And before I got to know, my study class had almost about 26 students. So I had to bring in other people. I had 2 persons that I know, they were in the 12th grade. One was in St. Mary's. That one now is a chief of office staff of one of the representatives in Liberia there. I'm not going to call his name. I will not call the name of those people. So we started helping. And at the end of the day, at a very tender age, I start getting money. I start getting my money. And I was paying these guys. Fast forward. What am I saying? I've always been somebody who wants to help other people, who's very innovative. I think beyond the normal man. And when I put myself into something, I go for it. I don't back up just like that. Thank you so very kindly. Thank you so very kindly. Yeah, I like the response. Yeah, so Boyka can go with me to sell you, so we all can go. Yeah, no problem. So we can go. Thank you so much. I like this response. Thank you. So I've always been innovative and thinking of how I can be able to put money in my pocket, help other people. That's who I've been. My passion is what I do. And when I decide to do what I want to do, I do it with all of my heart. I don't want to know whether somebody is praising me, is insulting me, is doing this, is doing that. I must just evaluate and make sure that what I'm doing is positively impacting people's life. And I go for it. I grew up in a very tough environment. So I'm not moved by all these kind of funny things. But I want to thank all of you for your support. I want to thank you all for your support. I appreciate you. On this note, let me welcome some of our people that have joined us. We are on different platforms. You go on YouTube, we are going to be there. You come under the Palava Hut, you will see us. You go on Kings FM, you come on the Prince Sharif. You know, we are widening the scope. So I want to say welcome to all of you. On a very special note, I want to say welcome and I appreciate my own mother, a big sister, uh, my own mother, Yasa Sharif. How are you, Mama? I hope you are doing great, well, and fine. Thank you so very kindly. Yeah. I want to welcome, uh, I don't know, this one, whether is Boya or what, but I want to say you are welcome. Thank you so very kindly. The person who say I got, where is he, sir? Okay, you're not a librarian. Please go back to Sierra Leone and where you come from. Okay, no problem. So I want to welcome you. Thank you so very kindly. So I also want to welcome at Zabaji 6101. Thank you so very kindly, and I like the response. They say, please let Bueka know so he can go with Prince to Sierra Leone. Okay. Thank you. I like that response. Very light, very good response. Lloyd Jala, I want to say you are highly welcome. Thank you so much. Watching there from Police Academy Junction. Thank you so very kindly for joining us. We do appreciate you. And all of you who are joining us from various platforms. We want to say thank you so very kindly. We do appreciate your presence. And what we hope for is that you can please help us to hit for us the share button, share with friends, share with family members, so that we all have a wonderful time. Let me go to, other platforms and see how best we can be able to share this. Yeah, to share this. Again, I want to say welcome to all of you. Please hit for us the share button. Please share with friends, share with family members so that all of them know that we are here. Please, I'm begging you, please help me to share. Help me to share so that we get ready. So, when you look at the caption of this particular video, I say here a government that deprives its citizens of development and essential social services is ineffective and unproductive. A government that deprives its citizens of development, of basic services, is ineffective and unproductive. And such government is not needed by that people. That people must do everything to ensure that that particular government is booted out. Democratically, I would say, is booted out. And that is the case of this particular government that is led by an incompetent old fool by the name of Joseph Nyuma Boeka. I repeat, it is the case of this government that is led by one sickler who fell yesterday called Joseph Nyuma Boeka and had to be taken or rushed to a hospital. Doctors have to come around the place When you have a government that is insensitive to the plight of the people, then the people have the right to be able to remove and change that government democratically. Now, I don't want you to believe what I am saying. Like I said, today is a day where I am going to be giving you evidence of that which I am saying, of that which I'm saying. I'm going to be bringing you evidence of that. I'm going to be showing you communications that makes this government to be very, very, very useless and that does not care about the Liberian people. Don't believe what I am saying, but the evidence will prove me right. And I will show you the evidence. So again, yet for us, the share button, invite friends, invite family members, and we're going to have a wonderful time here today. A very wonderful time. We are taking our own time, a very wonderful time. At least I have a couple of hours on my hands before I can go do my little 1 2 1 2. Prince, we say you are welcome. I salute your presence. Thank you so very kindly. Alpha Kamara, how are you? Thank you so very kindly. We appreciate you. My love, Nina Kuya, how are you? Love you so much. Mwah, mama. She's a very sweet darling. She's a wonderful person. Thank you so much. Chei, thank you so much following us there from his hometown in Voyazon, his Grand Jira County. Thank you so very kindly. We appreciate you. Moses, you are highly welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. Thank you so very kindly. Uh, Beko, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining us. Zico, how are you? I salute my boss, man. Zico is my boss. I salute you, Chief. Thank you so much for joining us. So I am going to be giving you pieces of evidence so that you understand that we have a government that is very ineffective and that do not care about the Liberian people. That do not care about the Liberian people. It is only a government that is useless, a government that have lost every relevance, a government that is self-seeking, they care about themselves, that will sit down and try to lie to the people of Liberia as if we are living in ancient days. That nobody will check on you or nobody will be able to verify information that you are putting out there. We are not in the era where people will lie and we say, oh, okay, they lie, let them go. No, that is not the era we are in. We are in an era where you let it be 99 years old. When you lie, we correct you, we checkmate you, and we tell you, say, no, sir, it is not the way it is. Or what you are projecting, it is not. So please behave or do it the right way. The generation that we find ourselves in is a generation that will not take lie for an answer. No, we will correct you. In the best way possible, we will correct you. So, like I said, and I'm about to give you the first communication. I said, a government that deprives a citizen, the government that will deny our people of development and essential social services is ineffective and unproductive. Ineffective and unproductive. And I will show you the first reason why I am saying what I'm saying. The hope and the dream of every government is to achieve, so that at the end of the day, when you shall have lead, whether it be a 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years, you can point to something tangible that happened under your regime. It is not everything that will happen under your administration that will be initiated by you directly. But because of your leadership, people will be motivated to do things. And at the end of the day, the glory will come to you. That's how it is. It's almost like in a church, for example, or in a mosque. They have some departments that are responsible to visit people. So when people are sick, either the church or the mosque will organize few group of people and say, look, this team is the visitation team. Now, when people go to visit the sick person do not really look at just those individuals, but it also reflect on the church. You know, they will say, the church here good. Oh. People who are around the area will always praise the church and say, what? This church is a good church. When their members are sick, they come to visit. When they see that pastor passing, they say, yeah, the pastor is a good pastor. Even though he may not be part of the group who is visiting almost all of the people who are challenged or who are sick, but people praise that pastor because of his administrative work and because he has given other people to be able to do what they want to do. So at the end of the day, the church becomes effective because this particular pastor gave, or this imam gave other people responsibility. And at the end of the day, the praises come to the institution and to that person. That my first start seeing a government that will deprive her citizen of development only because they want to prove a point. And that point they want to prove is that we are the government, we will subdue you. And I will show you the first indication of how useless this government under Joseph Numa Boyka is. I don't want you to believe me. Roosevelt Kroma, I salute you. Joseph Kanga, he said crazy prince. Okay, no problem. I'm crazy. But I salute you, Chief. How are you? How you doing? How are you and the family? Thank you so much for joining us. George Tio, thank you so much. J. Andrew Benda, we appreciate you. Thank you so very kindly to all of you. So let's go to our first video and show you how useless this government is. A government that will deprive her own people of development. Let's show you how useless this government is. I don't want you to believe what I am saying. No, don't believe what I am saying. Don't believe what I'm saying. Just bear with me. I want to. Just bear with me. Let me bring you this. Kindly hit for us the share button, share with friends, share with family members, and let's all have a wonderful time. All right, let's have a wonderful time together. Let's do it together. All right. So this is the first exhibit. This is the first exhibit. Musa Hassan Belete, a member of the government. There are three branches of government in Liberia. Sometimes I can say it is four. I want you to look at this. Let me just make it big. You see here? This is a communication which I'm going to read. Musa Hassan Belete, a member of the Liberian government in the legislative branch, and also a member of a political party, the CMC, saw a need to help his people. Musa Hassan Belete saw that something is lacking somewhere. He was able to do his own investigation, was able to do his own networking, and saw that the people of Bon County needed help. Needed help. The people of Bon County needed help. Musa Hassan Belete saw that there was a place that the bridge was in a very deplorable state. And this particular bridge served as one of the connections that the people can use for hospital when they want to take their children to hospital or do themselves. They can use that bridge to cross for trade and commerce. They can use it for so many things. Musa Hassan Belete, being a member of the government, being a Liberian, also a member of the opposition, he has his own opposition political party, decided to make an intervention. And what did he do? He decided that he will write the government so that the government will be informed of his initiative. From all indication, you would think that the government will be so magnanimous enough to say, look, this is a good thing. When you have citizens identifying the problem and trying to solve the problem, and not going around talking it, and not going around insulting government, and not going around denigrating government. But we look at the problem, we see the problem, and we jump into action to solve the problem. That is what every government will pray for good citizens. When I tell you that this government is a useless government, but an old squanderer, sometimes you think that I'm just talking, but I'm proving it to you. The government will pray that its citizens be responsible. That's why the government will always encourage what we call citizen participation. And you understand citizen participation? Because the government will not succeed in the absence of the cooperation and the effort of the citizen. That government cannot succeed. That's why the people have private public relationship. That's why even in government schools, they have the PTA, which is very functional to help the school to function. So when you have a citizen, or when you have citizenry that are very proactive, that can solve problems, that will look at the problem and jump into motion, you as a government, you are excited because these citizens are helping to solve some of the problems that you cannot solve. Why do you think we have community policing and etc.? It's because the government needs help. Even here in the United States of America, that has all of the sophistication, the government still needs citizen help. So citizens can take on initiative and the government is excited. In fact, these citizens are even awarded. They are even given special recognition because of that. Special recognitions they are giving. Joyce, how are you, Mama? Hope you are doing great, well, and fine. I want to welcome Christopher Tubazi, our Director of Research. You are welcome. Thank you so much, sir. So Musa Hassan Belete saw the need to help his people and decided that, look, I want to build this particular bridge, which is a problem, which has been broken for years. I want to help. And he did a communication to the government. And because this government is useless, because this government is controlled by a squanderer, because this government have no plan to help the people and ensure that social needs of the people are met, the government decided to use her power to be able to stop Musa Hassan Belete. So after Musa Hassan Belete wrote a communication asking, this was what the government sent to Musa Hassan Belete. And I'm going to read this. And I will tell you why it is happening. So I'm going to open this communication from the Ministry of Public Works. I'm going to open it. I hope you are seeing it because I want us to read it together. This was on November 4th. November 4th, 2025. Mr. James M.V. Yogu. I'm coming. Just give me a minute. Let me check on something quick. So just look at the communication. I hope you are looking at the communication. We are going to read that communication together. We're going to read that communication together. Look at the communication. We're going to read it together. So it is the government that is responding to a citizen that want to make intervention, seeing the needs of his people, seeing that his people are challenged in certain area, and he decides to jump into action to be a proactive citizen, a proactive opposition. You see, while sometimes we as opposition, we need to be very careful how we support government initiative, because the government is not even wanting for you as an opposition to survive. So you see, when people say, especially under this useless government that is controlled by this secular, when you see we are taking the posture, we are right to take the posture, because this government does not encourage a conducive atmosphere where the opposition can lend its hand, where the opposition can help. So when I see some of you, some of our colleagues, some of our friends who have taken a different policy for upper, and we have to promote the positive thing of government, but that will do nothing positive for the Liberian people. You hurting your head. You are just making yourself look funny and stupid. You are just selling yourself to this government and trying to make yourself to look like an idiot. You are exposing your limitation and how you cannot survive without blowing government home. Even the government is itself is saying, no, I don't help. Don't help the people. Let the people die. So Musa Hassan Belete saw the need to help his people and decided to spring into action. And this is the response from a useless government. That's how useless government will respond. And this is the communication that we're going to read together. I hope it is large enough that you can see it from your end, right? Yeah. In fact, let me bring myself down here. Let me bring myself down here so that. Okay, fine. So I hope it's large enough. Let me make it large enough for all of us to see. So I think you are seeing it on the 4th. Today is the 8th. So 4 days ago. So the government of Liberia wrote to the chairman, the national chairman of the CMC. The reason why I am highlighting this is to tell you that this government is useless and the government does not care. The government do not believe in development, do not believe in citizen involvement in developing community or wherever. No, the government does not believe in that. So let's read. National Chairman Citizen Movement for Change. Sophie Road, Congotan, Tottenham Boulevard, Monrovia. Subject: request for review and approval of design document for the construction of a 30-meter bridge in Bond County. So Musa Hassan Belete even went to the extra mile to present a document to the government so that the government can review it, so that the government can approve it. In reviewing that document, meaning that the place that you know that the person need help, then you come in to say, look, this is the help we will provide as a government. This is what you can do as a government. This is how we need to do it. We come in as a government to be able to help. Thank God that they themselves put it there. Look at the heading. Look at the subject. Musa Hassan Belete request for review and approval, that they must review it. You see, Musa Hassan Belete set a kind of trap to expose this government, and that's just what happened. To expose that this government does not care about the Liberian people, do not believe in development. Look at the communication. That's why I make it wow. In fact, let me open the Google for you to see it. Look at here. Look at the caption. The subject there is request for review and approval of design document for the construction of a 38-meter bridge in Bond County. 38-meter bridge in Bond County. The mayor is using his own money. He sent you the document for you to review the document. That was even laudable on the part of Musa Hassan Belete to send out a document, say, please, government, review. Please, government, look at it. How you can be of a help. How you can give your expertise. What can you do? In other words, Musa Hassan Belete was saying that, government, oh, I want to help my people. But are you the father? So you look at it. In whatever way that you can be able to help, whether with your expertise, whether with your advice, whether with whatever means, we are open. But this is what I want to do. You review it. That's what a responsible citizen will do. A responsible opposition will do. We continue to tell you, Joseph Numa Breka does not respect the opposition in Liberia. So those of you who think that you are on the side, oh yeah, they think we got to be patriotic. Joseph Numa Breka does not understand patriotism. No. Only seditions understand it. But Joseph Numa Breka don't. You don't understand what is patriotism. This man has been unpatriotic from day one, stealing from other people. The man is a criminal, a scammer. That's who he is. Somebody who gave salt to bitter gourd just to enlarge the bitter gourd and sell it to another person. You think who that person is? Is he now a scammer? Is he now a crook? Is he now a criminal? Is he now a gangster of the most high order? Joseph Numa Breka was the first Zogo in his family. He was the first Zogo in his family because nobody in his family has ever confessed to that particular criminal act. So Mr. Breka was the first Zogo in his family. You around calling people children who are victim of the war.
You are calling them Zogo, and you have a president who is a complete Zogo. Even when the name Zogo was not even being pronounced in Liberia, Joseph Numa Boyka was doing Zogo thing. You passing around looking for criminal, but you elected a role to preserve over your resources. You see how Joseph Numa Boyka will use us? Not all of us. Why it is true that I did not vote for him, but he is who he is. I can't take that from him. But if somebody asks me who is your president or the president of your country, I will call it me. I will not take it from him. He is. So you passing around looking for criminals, but you elected Roll as a leader. Criminal, Roll, who stole from a fuller man. He himself confessed it. The best evidence in any case that you, the person yourself, that what the people can ask you, you guilty or you're not guilty. When you say are guilty, you make it easier for them. Then they say, okay, you know what? Let's reduce the time, the jail time for the man, because he already finished solving the problem. He may ought to not spend too much resources. But when you say I am not guilty, then it means that you compel the state or you compel whatever, whether the persecution or so, you compel them to go above and beyond. And when they knock you now with the facts, when they're ready to sentence you, that the place now the judge can get versed, well, you correct. For you to tell off from day one, the time will ask you, you guilty or you're not guilty, you say you're not guilty. You may now go all around. Here's the evidence, bam, 10 years. But when you confess, they may have mercy on you. You say, okay, we agree. Even though you are still the same criminal, but to some extent, they will lessen the burden on you. They will reduce the term on you. They will set some conditions because you show a high level of, one would say, at least repentance. So you take a criminal and elected him, a well-known criminal who has a history of being sacked from areas. Amos Claudius Sawyer sacked him because he was a criminal. Today, this man is now putting the anger of Amos Claudius Sawyer on the wife of on the wife of the late President Amos Sawyer. Amos Sawyer sacked this man for stealing. Feel all. One of what man they call him Ephraim, he can always be here. I think he will come here. Not, we hope to see him. Joseph Numa Brecker was engaged in the act in criminality when he was at LPRC. Amos Claudius Sawyer doing the water, fire this man. Say no. Imagine a government that is not even correct. Accountability is just shaking. If they can sack you from that government. Today, Joseph Numa Boyka is now using Clamanti to disgrace the dead man's wife, Madam Tema Sawyer, dragging a woman to jail. No, don't believe me. Edwin Mervyn Snow said it once on the show, and I have the recording, where he said James Colley said Joseph Numa Boyka said he will punish James Colley. He will not forgive James Colley. He will deal with James Colley, not because of the crime that James Colley committed, or not because of crimes that he committed, not because of things that he did, but because of things his father, James Colley's father, did when they were way down the line. It is on the record. Edwin Mervyn Snow said that. So today you see Joseph Numa Boyka doing what he's doing. He's going directly after the wife of a dead man who gave him job. And because he was not competent enough, because he carried a criminal attitude there, the man sacked him. And guess what happened? He decided to put the anger on the man's wife. But this too will be over. This too will be over. So Musa Hassan Belete wrote a communication and said, government, here is a review. Look at it, approve it. And then listening to the request of the government. Dear Mr. Yogi, the Ministry of Public Works acknowledges receipt of your letter dated the 16th of October 2025, submitting design documents for the construction of a 38-meter bridge in Bong County. We wish to inform you that the government of Liberia, through a budgetary allocation to the Ministry of Public Works, has planned for the construction of the subject bridge and in the process of finalizing all technical documents for procurement of a contractor. You see the lie of this government? Now, go to the Ministry of Public Works website. Go there. Go to the budget. Go to the budget. Let me see if I can pull the budget up here for you. Just give me a minute. Let me see. I think I'm supposed to have the 2025 budget coming. Just give me small time. Let me see what's up installed. I think I should have the 2025 budget, so just give me a little bit of time. Let's see. Or the 2024 budget. Because if you say there is a budgetary allocation for A, we see in the 2024. Yeah, we see in the 2024 budget. Let me see. I should have the budget here. Okay. I should have the budget here. Let me see. I should have the budget here. I don't know, but I should have the budget here. Okay, just bear with me. Let me try to pull up the budget, the 2024 budget. So just bear with me. So just bear with me. Let's see if we can get the budget. Iberia budget 2024. Okay. So just bear with me. Let's go to the budget and see whether the government get anything there. Let's go to document, national budget. So let's go to 2024. Let's see. Just bear with us. Okay. Okay. Fine. So let me share this with you for you to see it. Let me move this letter from here and then share something here with you. So let's share this with you. Let's go to the budget and share this budget here with you for you to see. It's very important for us to do these things. Why you need to be patient. We'll do it together. Together we will do it. We're not going anywhere. We'll do it right together. Let's look at the 2020. This is the 2024 budget, right? Let's look in the 2024 budget. This is the 2024 budget. Let's look at public works. We'll go to public works. Let's go here. Let me see where public works, where we can find public works at. The Ministry of National Defense, Health. Let's go to Health, Social Development. Okay, Ministry of Youth and Sports, National Commission, blah, blah, blah. Let's go to Education, NEJ. Okay, Environment. Let's go to Agriculture. Let's go to Infrastructure. Industry, National this, that. So let's go to Ministry of Public Works. Let's go to the Public Work Ministry. Let's go to the Public Work Ministry and look at that budget and see what they have there. Then we break it down and see what are these people even thinking about developing any breach in that particular area. So let's go there. We get a okay. Ministry of Mines and Energy. This does this. Okay. Just bear with us. Let's go to this, water and sewer, electricity. Let's go to, it should be infrastructure. Okay, yeah. 409. It should be Ministry of Public Works will fall under infrastructure and basic services. So let's go to 409, the Ministry of Public Works. So let's go to 409. Let's see here. 409. Let's go to 409. Let's see 409. So just bear with us while we go there. Let's go there and see. So just bear with us. I want us to take our own time to go there together. Yeah. Oh, sorry, my people. I guess I'm up doing that. So just jumping up and coming up and doing what they ain't supposed to do. So it's at 409, right? Okay. So let's come here. This is 40 this. This is 40 that. This is 409. Okay, so we got 409. Okay. Okay, so for me, community college, grant, okay. So let's go here. Let's look at the mission, the vision, then we'll move on to see what are the Ministry of Public Works get, anything like that, under her, or what does she highlight, anything of such. You'll never see it there. Never. You'll never see it there. Just bear with us while we try to bring you what we are supposed to bring you. Okay, here is Ministry of Public Works, right? Yes, Ministry of Public. Oh, come here. Okay. Yes, Ministry of Public Works. You see Ministry of Public Works here? This section 409. This is Ministry of Public Works, right? This is Ministry of Public Works. So let's go to the 2025. This Ministry of Public Works, right? Let's go on here. I'm going to read for you some literature. Oh, sorry. I want to disturb this thing, This Ministry of Public Works. This Ministry of Public Works, right? This Ministry of Public Works. Which one here we are talking about? According to the government information, they said they've already allocated. There is a budgetary allocation to the Ministry of Public Works. Then the Ministry of Public Works has a plan for the construction of this particular bridge. Let's look at first of all the budget of the Ministry of Public Works. So we come here, the Ministry of Public Works. Let's go to 2025. The estimated earth. So we're talking about $2,675,660. Now in 2025, they are saying here that is the budget. What they budgeted for the Ministry of Public Works. They said they've budgeted for compensation of employees. In fact, let's go to now the compensation of employees now. But let's come here to the actual budget for the Ministry of. Okay. So here we have it, 2025. Let's go first to 2024. So 2024, they have 35,117,441. That's what they had in 2024. So that's the estimate. So the actual budget in 2025, according to them, what they budgeted for the Ministry of Public Works is 53,938,162. That's what is budgeted for the Ministry of Public Works. So in 2026, what is actually budgeted for them is 59,300. Sorry, 59 million. Sorry, keep saying thousand. I'm sorry. So it's 59,331,978. But let's just look at the 2024, 2025. This is what they had there, right? 2024, they had 35 million, and 2025, they had $53 million. Blah, blah, blah. So let's move on and see how these people are spending the money, whether anything there for Ball County or for development. Let's go to the goods and services. Let's go to the infrastructure, blah blah blah, and stuff like that. Let's go there. So it says for just compensation of the employee alone, the compensation for 2024, compensation alone took 2 million plus. That is $2,675,660. That is for compensation. Then you get basic salary for civil servants. They have here. So here's the total, right? For 2024, $2,675,660. Then you have use of goods and services. They get $306,000. Let's calm down. Here they have foreign travel. Look at the Ministry of Public Works, you get foreign travel. So on their foreign travel for 2024, there is a foreign travel for 2024. They spend about $13,000. 13,000. That is $13,300 for foreign travel. Then they get foreign travel daily subsistence allowance. Anytime you travel, they're supposed to give you money. I leave for your hotel, for your food, for whatever. So in 2024, it's estimated somewhere around $4,180. It was even more than that because this is just the estimate. It was more than that. Let's come here. Okay, let's move from travel, blah blah blah. Let's leave all this other area. Let's leave from there. Let's leave from here. Let's leave from here. Let's leave from here and come here to printing this, that, operational expense. Okay, vehicle insurance, road and bridges. Fine, that's what we're looking for. So let's come to road and bridges. Now the reason why I want to carry you there is to see how much is allocated. Then we'll go to the Ministry of Public Works website and see whether they get anything there for this particular area. Because by right, the Ministry of Public Works should have those areas on their website that they are projecting to carry on projects, especially with what this document is saying. According to the government, amount was already allocated. There's already budgetary allotment. They finish with everything. The only thing that they are waiting for is contractors. So by right, it should be on the public work website that look, we have already earmarked this particular bridge, and the government of Liberia will be starting the bridge at this process from this time to this time because they already finished with all of the modalities. So it should be there. So the reason why I carry into the budget is for us to see how much is allocated. Then we'll go to the public web website to see if you see it there. Now, I did all of the research. These things are not there, but I want us to do it together so you can see it in the simplest form. So let's go to bridges and road for the Ministry of Public Works. So for bridges and road for 2025, you see here, they get 2025, 2024, 2025, 2026, and 2027. So let's go to 2024, the third column here. You see here? So for bridge, here is it. Let me just highlight it. I hope you are seeing it. I'm going to highlight it here. Let me see if my people seeing it. Let me check on the other side. Okay, so we are seeing it here, right? That's great. Jackson Moore is joining us there from New Jersey. Thank you so much. There is it. Okay. So to understand this thing, you got to be patient. So let's go to road and bridges. How much is allocated for road and bridges? According to the government of Liberia, for road and bridges. So for road and bridges, oh God, my people. So for road and bridges, the government in 2024, they had 34 717,455. And you see there, that is for road and bridges. 34,717,455. 34 million. That's what they get for road and bridges. That's why, according to them, they say they have in there. Right? Isn't that what they say they have in there? Now let's go to the Ministry of Public Works. Now that we know how much they have allocated, $34 million. Let's go to the Ministry of Public Works website and see if they get anything. Because by right, according to what they're saying, according to this communication, which you and I we are seeing right here, according to the communication, they said they've already allocated. Let me bring this communication back so we can read this place. Today is a very, very, very cool day. We take our own time as we explain these things to our people so our people can understand. We're not rushing. We're right here. We ain't going nowhere. So when you read this communication, according to the communication, what is the government saying? Let me make it bold. Let me make it bigger. So let's look at the second paragraph. You see the second paragraph? What is the government saying? We wish to inform you that the government of Liberia, through a budgetary allocation to the Ministry of Public Works, has planned for the construction of the subject bridge and in the process of finalizing all technical documents for procurement of a contractor. In the process of finalizing, budgetary allocation is there according to the government. Now let's go to the Ministry of Public Work website. By right, all of the budget that the government of Liberia or all of the projects that the government of Liberia is undertaking is in the process. It should be on the Ministry of Public Work website. For example, here in the United States, let me just give an example. I know this place is too advanced, but I just want to give an example. When you go to the public infrastructure sector, you will see those projects that they have completed, those projects that they will undertake, or those projects that is already, on, let's say, ongoing. You will see everything there. How the people make it simple. I don't want to go to the other people country to go take information from there to come show it to you. When after our own country that our own looking at. So let's go to our own Liberia, the Ministry of Public Works website. Let's go there. Okay, so let's go to the Ministry of Public Works. Right here, I'm here. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is to show this to you. Let me move this. Then we'll show you this other one. So let's stop it right here. And then let's come here and go to the Ministry of Public Work and see if they get anything there for that particular. Oh, sorry. So here's the Ministry of Public Works. Let me see. Okay, you are not seeing it there from my end. Okay, I think we are seeing it here. So let's go to the Ministry of Public Works website. You see the Ministry of Public Works here? There's the Ministry of Public Works, Republic of Liberia. This is that website. You seeing it there? Fine. So we'll now go to the about, we'll go to the department, and we'll go to publication. Let's come here and see. Let's go to the Ministry of Public Works. According to them, they say this is something they've already, allocated for, blah, 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 and stuff like that. So let's go here. Let's look at this and see what we have. So let's go to publication, departments, Department of Road Safety, Road, whatever, whatever. Let's see if we can go to the department. Yeah. Department of Ministry of Public Works. You will not be. Okay, so rural development department. So by right, this particular bridge will fall under this particular rural development, or we come to infrastructure will fall under a rural development, right? Okay, fine. So it says here, given Liberia's rural geography and development needs, this department focuses on extending infrastructure benefits beyond urban centers by promoting rural roads, feeder roads, and access to remote community. So this particular department that they the one responsible, right? We're taking our own time. Let me tell you most of the reason why you see most people can't want to go through this. Liberians, our people, most of our people get so tired just going through this process. So you know what people can do? Because they know that Liberians, not many of our people are so very patient. They will just come and spread lie to you. But for those of us who want to carry you through, so now you get too tired. Oh, that thing looking too boring. Now what people lie to you. Well, like I said, we are not here to chase cloud. We are here to educate you so that you can know. Because I went through all of this. I checked everything. When I saw this communication, I went through all and I checked it. And nothing of such was there. But let's go ahead. So let's go to rural development. Let's go to rural development. You see rural development? But right under rural development, you know what we should have there? The rural development should be telling us about some of the development or some of the initiative that they have carried out, some of the things that they are carrying on, some of the project that is ongoing, some that will begin XYZ time is supposed to be here. We're supposed to go on the website and read it and see it. Liberia is not easy. Yo, it's not easy. Because of corruption, the people will hide things from us. They will do all kinds of things just so that you can, you know. Yaka. Anyway, let's go to infrastructure. You see here, when you go to the infrastructure unit, it says the purpose and the function. The infrastructure implementation unit is a specialized agency under Ministry of Public Works responsible for executing high impact donor funding and large scale infrastructure projects. It functions with the greatest autonomy in procurement, oversight, and project management. So let's go there and see if we see anything here. They take the crook here and put a picture here. So you see here, here they have request for expansion of interest, consultant, blah, 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 public notice, disclosure of resettlement action plan. Here they get disclosure of environment and social impact assessment, blah, 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 and all these different stuff. That's what they have here. So here you will now see what the same thing I went through is why I just want to carry you through so that you can see. So you see here, by right, we should see those projects that the government of Liberia, because remember now, these people are the one who boasted that they know it all, right? And that's why they told us. They told us that they have all of the knowledge. They can do it better, more than any other person. So by right on this website is where we should be seeing the projects that they are undertaking, the place that they are undertaking this project, the estimated time of the project, that is when the project at least is expected to be able to, to finish, when they will finish the project or the completion term of the project. We should be seeing all of these things on the public web website. But because these people are criminals, they are a bunch of rogues that are controlled by a squanderer who gave Belego saw to sell it to Fudamen, you will never see these things there. These people were the one that collected $22 million to put mud on road, to put mud on mud. They ate that money. No hay, no tea were behind it. That money was eating flat. Zero we didn't get from there. Nothing. Shishi, we didn't get no information from there. The only thing we got from there is, my people, you're sorry. And that was it. And that was it. So this is what we have. This is what we have. A government that is very corrupt, that will hide things from the citizens. But right, whatever we want, whether be it information or project that government is carrying on, we should go to these areas and be able to see it. We should go on the website and see what the government is doing in this area, in that area, in other area. We should see it there. Allah. No. Let's be realistic now, because they claim to know it all. They claim to be the best. They claim to come and be transparent and open it to everybody. Like Dallas DeLong, another pathological lie. We say anything that happened in the world, we can't tell you the Liberian people. They pass GST 12% taxes on the ordinary people from the lower house. Dallas DeLong did not even make mention of it. He could not say anything about it. But let's just leave that. So you see here, these are the different departments. Let's come to publication. So when you come to publication, at least you must be able to see. Oh, I'm sharing it with you. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's come here. So when you come to publications, right, where you have publication, here they say public notice, disclosure of environmental and social impact assessment, public notice, disclosure of resettlement action plan for rules rehabilitation, monthly newsletter in the month of October, Liberia Urban Reliance Project. We have community and social management plan and supply delivery, installation of pipe fitting and okay, connection of household to this and all distribution of blah blah blah. Okay, environment and social management plan for solar streets. Okay, we have it here. Blah blah blah. Liberia Urban Reliance Project, integrated development project. Okay, cutting salary request for expansion of interest. Okay, blah 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 and all the other stuff. So we are not seeing it here. CCS Ministry of Public Works 2022 certificate contract. Okay, procurement of work contract rehabilitation. Okay, now all of these things you see, it was doing the WIA administration. You see how they made the information look simple here doing the WIA administration? Whatever you are looking for is there. So let's come here and see Adversary Delivery Center, Liberia Urban Reliance Project draft. Okay, let's come here and see if we see anything here. Draft environment and social management plan. Okay, blah 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 blah. Project background. Okay, okay. It's not even there because I check all of these. It's not even there. Nowhere in their communication they talk about any project that they will be completing or any project that they will commence in Bond County. I check all here. The reason why I want us to go there together is for you to see some of the work that we do behind the scene before even coming on this thing. We don't just come here to talk. So we go through all of these to do our own research. And I check everything down there. Nowhere that this particular project is reflecting that, yeah, the government of Liberia is about to carry on a project in blah 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 in Bond County in the other area. It's not there. I checked there. Personally, I checked there. I took my own time. I checked there, and it's nowhere around. It's nowhere around. So you see how this government does not even care about the people. So let's look at the third paragraph, right? Let's look at the third paragraph. So the people submitted a request for them to be able to build a bridge. The government came up and said, "Well, we already get money, we already get blah 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 and blah blah and stuff like that." Look at what they say here. Notwithstanding, my team has reviewed the documents submitted and would like to advise that for any future request for a construction of a bridge structure, the following technical information should be accompanied with your request to facilitate our review and approval. You see this nonsense? This particular 1, 2, 3, the third paragraph denied them automatically. It denied them automatically. So if you as a government, you have something on your list to build a bridge, and a citizen come and say, look, I want to take upon this initiative. I want to do it. What do you do? Will you not be able to supply them with the necessary expertise, especially if they have given you the design, how they want to do it? Will you not supply them with the necessary expertise and say, look, you know what happened? This is going to save us. So you can see that this government is useless. No, they ain't got money to build bridge. They want to steal from you. Because who does that? Let me ask you, my people, let's be fair and be sincere. You in your house, you get a budget of $35. And out of that $35, you're supposed to use $5 to buy a bag of rice, for example. And somebody just walk in your house and say, oh, Mr. Brown, or Mr. Paul, or Mr. Jackson, you know, or Mr. Kanga, or Mistress Kanga, I guess I'm going to $5 for you here to use this $5 and buy rice. The person here can say, use the $5 and buy a bag of rice. My people, is that person not taking the burden off your shoulder? Will you not be able to save that $5 that you have already budgeted for rice for another thing? Will you not be excited? So when we tell you that this government is a useless government and all they want to do is to steal, they don't want to develop that steal, they want to steal. That's who they are. That is their MO. That is their modus operandi. That's what they are good at. The Unity Party is good at stealing. That is their MO. They can steal. They know how to use the paper trail to steal. But thank God that we are here exposing them on a daily basis. Thank God that we are exposing them. Thank God that we are not going to give them chance. We will not sit here, close our eyes and close our ears to allow a criminal like Boyka to have his will. No, it's not possible. It's not. Because prosperity will hold us responsible. Our children will not be satisfied with us. So at the end of the day, look at what is happening. Just look at what is happening. This government has decided that, well, we get money already. Somebody can and say, look, I want to do it. Will you not be excited? Even that money that you're supposed to use to build that bridge, you can say, okay, since it is just 38 meters, whatever we're supposed to spend, what'll be 1 million, the other 1 million, we spend it on either the infrastructure or we spend it on the road rehabilitation or what have you. And how it's supposed to be. But because the government wants to steal, because they don't believe in development, they don't believe in providing the services to you, the people. So they're blocking an opposition. Because Boyka see that he pay property, saying the God in government now is for his father. So therefore, he must have exclusive right. Exclusive right, he must have it. You see why, as oppositions, when you try to align with the ruling party, you are only exposing yourself to danger. The government does not care. The government does not believe in helping people. That's why when you hear people say, oh, the community got to help us, the people got to help us. You don't need help. You say people must help you. This government does not need help from the people. Let Musa Hassan Belete, another citizen is providing help. You say no, you don't want it. You play politics out of it. But you will go in the community as the people, oh, yeah, help me. Oh, yeah, do this. Now you see why Liberia is so polluted under this Joseph Numa Boyka government. Because when a citizen come up to say, look, I want to help, you are blocking them. But you will go in the community to say, and when you get drugs people here, you inform us. Is this government really serious? No. Let's be realistic now. Is this government really serious? If you were in that position, put yourself in that shoe. You submitted a communication to help your people to build bridge. Government I say, no, you can't do it. They muscling you. Then you leave from there and go back in your community. Then government can say, citizen, we need your participation. When you see drugs people around here, you must call their name. Will you do it? No, let's be fair now. Will you do it? Answer. The government that you wanted to provide a greater help to build a bridge that will connect people, that will save people's life. The government said, no, don't do it. Don't do it. We get play for you already. Even though they have been sitting down for 2 years, going to 3 years now, they even go on that play to even carry on any prospect. But you that want to do it, say, no, don't do it. You leave from there, you can't sit down. Then they can your community say, you know what, citizens, we need your cooperation, we need your participation in exposing criminals, in exposing drugs dealers. You think you will do it? Let's be fair. Will you? No. Don't get mad at me. That question I'm asking. Will you? the government can deprive you of carrying on a bigger project that will impact the lives of so many people, they deny you. But you come in a community and say, you know what happened? Be a good citizen. Anytime you see the there, you must take it for on the street. Will you do it? Will you do it? You will never do it. No, you will not. Somebody should not deceive. You will not do it. You can't do it. No, you will not do it because the government have already proven how ineffective they are, how very ineffective they are. You see some of the things that we're saying? That's why we continue to say to you that this government does not care for the people. So Musa Hassan Belete that presented a communication, you deny him. That's what I said, that a government that deprive its citizen of development and essential social services is ineffective and unproductive. Deprive your citizen of social services, of development. You should not be there. So you see how they deprive Liberians in Bone County of that development? And you see? And you see some of the things the government doing? You think what we encourage? Sometimes people say, but you're the opposition, what are you doing? Sometimes we ask that question, right? Let's be fair and be frank. Sometimes you and I, we ask the question. You're in opposition. What you're doing to create job? What you're doing to build a road? What you're doing to do this? And you see here. And you see some of the reason why you see opposition will just be in their one corner. You see? Because this government believe in destroying. That's what they believe in. The CDC built a party headquarters. Let's even agree that the people want to move them from there. But hey, my people, you're going to go and destroy the place. That place could be a host for another program, some kind of program. It's almost like because the person moved in your house and was able to change the roof or change the environment of your house because you're giving the person notice, you say, let's break the whole house down. Ah, you see the amount of wickedness. You see how Joseph Numa Boyka do not respect the opposition. And the reason why Joseph Numa Boyka is showing such disrespect to the opposition is because the opposition, we've not shown ourselves to Joseph Numa Boyka. Now, why the sick man who fell off yesterday behaving the way he behaving? That's why he's behaving like that. I used to have a friend, I'll tell you this story. We're all in Looking Town together. Call the guy Boka. They call him Boka. One strong crew ball. We'll be playing all Maori ball. We just come from nowhere with action. I don't know how many of you grew up, back in the 80s, you were somewhere around, could understand. We play Maori ball, just come action. And once you hear that thing action, it means everybody that around will just jump on the Maori ball, put their hand there. Whatever Maori that they can take is for them. Those of you who put your Maori down, you lose. So the guy used to be, the guy used to be strong. When you see hey, just a 10-pound hammer. So everybody used to be afraid of the man. You will just come from nowhere. You're playing your mind, you just come from nowhere. Action when they see all the beginning jumping the mar. The bucker always used to do the thing here. One time, I said, the guy, I was teaching lesson. Especially when you are eating or when you are in a league, you know how to aim. When I set the bow, so now we play about 4-4 or 5-5. When I set the bow, when we set the bow, all my friend and I chung. It is my time. I chung, I aim 1P. So once I aim, I'm supposed to continue playing until I can miss. Then another person will play. I throw my mouth. I hit. I went for it. I sit in that aiming. They both fresh. When you know what I'm talking about. Those of you who your hour open the 80, you saw some things. You know what I'm talking about Mao. Mao, They both fresh. We more than 4 person are playing the ball big and fresh. There, I get eating church. I get eating church. The 4 P that I now eat, I take I put in my pocket because I know that I hope P are going to clear that whole bowl. For nowhere, I just see the boca come you. Action. I stand up for long because usually people used to be afraid of the guy. When I call for action now, they will all get driven by everybody get driven by and just start complaining. I stood there, look at the guy for long. I will not forget about that fight. That is, imagine that happened way back in the 80s. The thing I'm telling you. So in like maybe 87 or so, 86, 87, somewhere around there. I said, Boka, you pay for my mouth. Boka said, no, you the first guy. Remember what I walk crap, but the guy used to be strong. He came from nuclear. He said, oh, the men are kino men. I didn't want them. All the kino this, that. I said, Boka, my mouth, you pay for it. You pay for it. You first guy. Put you on my share. Before I go load that buckle, lift me all in the air, on the ground. Wakra. He jumped over me. The men start dosing me before I go load. The men want to put government from in my mouth. Government from now the ball want to put in my mouth. Now he man, my man, a finger went straight in my mouth, into my teeth. I grabbed the finger with my teeth. I said, I hold it with my teeth too. He holla. I press it, he holla. Bah! Look at it for me. Oh, he jumped from over me. No, my hair was already in. He couldn't, he punched. No way. He couldn't make it. My hair, a finger in my mouth already. I put it to all the way my molar. I hold it. That again, 1, 2, he fall down. A finger stay in my mouth. That buckle fall down. I get all that buckle. I can still remember that fight. I get all that buckle. If can you imagine a finger in my molar day, all the way to my molar, to my large jawbone teeth, into the heavy one, the one can crack the bone. I get it. I hold it there. The one hand up the day, there are 2 scenes I got. Hey, man, look, I want to show you that the hair was in my mouth, the finger was in my mouth. You were on the ground. Oh, that 2 scenes I want my 2 hands. I took the sand, put it in your face because those days when you beat somebody, when you put government farion in that man more, you not beat that man. That's how it used to be. When we were coming out in the 80s, I was born in Nukuta. I was born right in Nukuta. The place I was born on the Bushel Island there, that my whole terrain. So those days when we fighting, when you knock somebody down and put government farion in their mouth, you not beat that person. I don't care you not in that he beat the man. That buckle hair, finger in my mouth, the thing I telling in my large job until a position, I holding it. Oh yeah, I holding that thing there. He on the ground. I do see oh, my finger. We want me to move like you want move. I squeeze it small. I squeeze it. My finger, you want cut my finger? I not cutting it. I just squeeze it on my teeth. I punch that one fair. I took enough sand and put it in your mouth. Oh, Jimmy Rico. That the player gave me Jimmy Rico name from. That what that name. Anybody that call that name Jimmy Rico, I know that person there is somebody where we come long way. My middle name, my Jimmy Rico name. Anybody that call me, they just very few people. I beat that guy that day low. I butcher that guy again, not on your face. Say on your face, on your mouth. My man, they wrong. They wake me up. Oh, Jimmy Rico. My man, I said, my man, lift me up. Jimmy Rico. See, in that time, they even know that the tea was helping me to subdue that buckle on the ground. I deal with him good. See, in that time, the man gave me that name, Jimmy Rico. Oh, yeah, that used to call me. I don't know how many of y'all knew of Jimmy Rico when you were coming up. Jimmy Rico used to be, anyway, let's leave that one. We're not talking about Jimmy Rico. That man used to call me Jimmy Rico. Some other men used to call me Fano. I don't know how many of y'all here, but they wore them Fano. On the other area, when we come all the way to how you call to Zinkia area there, my man used to call me Fano. He used to call me Fano. When we go in the Nukuta area, they go play, man used to call me Jimmy Rico. So I had 2 names. When you hear Fano, you hear Jimmy Rico. That means the one. I beat that one out there and I play with him. All men are scared. So what I'm trying to say here is that until the opposition can show to Joseph Newman Boyka that look, Liberia is for all of us, and that we cannot allow Boyka to be behaving the way he is behaving. Boyka will get things that he's a strong man around the place there. And I'm saying this, I mean it. I'm serious. It is unfortunate. These people who the government is behaving the way it is behaving to them, That your citizen, that people that now vote for you. So Boyka is misbehaving because the opposition have not shown Boyka a lesson. Check Mela, they look at him. I said last night, they were not easy on him. You think I joke? Yeah, I say, they may fall down. Yeah, I say, they be you think we joking here. Yeah, I say, you see here? You see? And you see here? When I'm telling you, when I call your feed, sometimes when I get information, people will come and say, oh, they think that true. Man, I even left for people to be asking me, oh, they think that true. That the same way some report me, oh, I told somebody, I said, look, my man, I don't come to give information that is not true. I will not do it. That's just a human boyka. Don't go fall down yesterday. He fell down. He fell down yesterday. You see, he fell down. Really falling down. If he couldn't make it. After they now stuff enough drugs in him, they now put enough medication in him, he came back. For all the trip that you are going, you think a small thing to travel with the kind of sick man all over the place? He fell down yesterday. It was not easy. Then look there. Look there. When we tell you, we separate, sit down there. You say, you want to be dirty? We use your shoulder to create. Say, Michelle Obama say, when they go low, go high. But you know how we manage to go high? That on their shoulder and their head, we claim to go high. Oh yeah, we're not putting no extra ladder down. Oh yes, when they go low, go high. But how are you going high? Like by stepping on their shoulder, stepping on their head, and going high. You know, hey man. Anytime I want to talk about my late daughter, it really breaks my heart because I really, really love my children. God blessed me with 5 girls. So my last daughter, she's back home. When I used to come from work in Liberia and I sitting down, if that girl she ain't climb on my neck, if she ain't climb on my neck, it means she ain't see me yet. So even when I'm sitting, she will come and climb on my neck. She will climb on my neck. I got to hold her there. I leave for even 5 or some kind of 6 seconds before she will feel. I don't know, for some reason before she will feel satisfied. She will come sit down on my neck. She will climb on me. I'm gonna pour her on my back. I'm gonna throw her. Before that girl, she will feel satisfied. And once I'm to the house and she want to watch a show, she will take me from inside. She will come put me right on the parlor. We sit down. She take her hair and put her hair on me or foot on me before she feels satisfied, and then watch her show. And once she do it, that sleeping business, she want sleep. I saying this thing, it make me to have a good memory of my daughter. My children. I'm missing my kids. Yeah. The children are blessing. So when you are here on the hustle ground say alone, you miss the kids. It's not easy. You miss them. Yeah, you miss them. A country that Joseph Newman Boyka want made useless for us, for our children, but it will not work. It's not possible. So at the end of the day, so now when she not play our nature, say, Daddy, she say, Papa, I talk past everybody. I say, yeah, you the tallest in the whole place here. Say, you the tallest. And she will be excited. She as far as she concerned, she the tallest. Once she clear my neck, oh, she's the tallest. That's that record she want me. Anytime, it's so used to me, It's so used to me. So very used to me. She made it now to get so used to me till when I come, as soon as I come from work, the first thing is, as soon as I put my bag down, that on my neck, I want to pull her. She will climb on me. She want to climb my back. She want to climb my neck. Imagine at the time she was not that mean. She was not very small, like 1 year or 2 year. No, she was somewhere around 5, 5, 6. Imagine that. She want to climb on my neck. She just want to get that feeling that she top by everybody, or she just want to touch me. She finish. She want to put her legs on me for her to watch her show. Want to put her hair on me, even when I'm in the room. Because look, we were hustling in Liberia. We were not, God help us. Yeah, sometimes we were there. Was some kind of way. So she want to put her hair on me. She want to put her legs on me, and whatever. These are all wonderful, wonderful, wonderful moments. Wonderful moment to just feel you. So you know. Yeah, it is what it is. So at the end of the day, you have a government that have neglected our responsibility. You have Mr. Boyka, who is a sickler. But I didn't want to jump on. They want to talk all kind of nonsense about people. All kind of nonsense. Y'all get somebody who is half living. For all of us to be on our need to pray for him, y'all say no. You're looking for somebody who's sick. You're looking for somebody who's sick. You don't see the person who's sick. Y'all look at him here. Y'all look here. Look at the picture. I just said you my boy. Look at the trousers where he wearing. Look there. Look at him. You're ready. You're looking for somebody who say, oh, the person say, oh, the person say, oh. The person say. Boyka is so vindictive to the extent that he believes that he must go after everybody. Government that is supposed to be thinking of improving the people's life. No, they're thinking about that. But they're thinking about fighting people, passing around, they're fighting. Government that will be able to deprive of people of development. Depriving of people of development. She not carrying on development. And she depriving of people. The last time I checked, what did Joseph Newman Boyka was doing? All the Syria project you see, that project that His Excellency President Dr. George Manuel we are initiated. Look at the local building. It's what President we are initiated. Today they come, after the money have been paid, they come with finishing touches, they want to take glory on it. Schools that President we are put down, they put Joseph Newman Boyka knee on it. What a disgrace of a government. The government has nothing to count on. They cannot show anything that they've done. They lie to the people and say when they come, they will change life, they will transform life. Listen to Joseph Newman Boyka talking. Listen to him talking. Talking, you feel that, yeah, they may ever forget it. Oh, that correct man. Joseph Newman Boyka. Oh, man, lie to the people. Nothing he has to show. Nothing. Absolutely nothing Boyka has to show to the Liberian people. Nothing he don't get to show. Nothing. All you do is just very vindictive. Right there. You can, in order for you to be able to impact the people's life, in order for you to be able to ensure that at least the people have development, and you do it. But you say that President we are, you running behind. See your people say, yeah, you go there, you go there. You go tell the people say, yeah, President we are, they want happen to him, that one happen to him. And to our own people sometimes we're telling you, some of you can believe it. Yeah. So you think I got anything to how? No, I got nothing to how. If I got nothing to talk, I will keep quiet. I will shut up and keep quiet. Boyka, go to Boyka. Let's go to Boyka. Listen to what Boyka was saying. When Boyka was given the opportunity. Just saying, you know, Boyka, when we were given the opportunity, they may laugh for dinner, breakfast, and suppers. La! Because, oh, you know, the first thing is, on a sunny, the arrest agenda, that agriculture. I want you to listen. Let me see. Let me show you something here. Okay. Let's bring this for you to see. They may lie. All we're asking Boyka for is not for what we want, it's for what he promised.
To the Liberian people.
Listen to
The
Joseph
former
Newman Boyka.
VP outlined the platform of his government built around agriculture, roads, education, sanitation, and tourism,
This is Boyka.
which has an acronym, ARREST. The opposition Unity Party
I'm
political
going to listen to Boyka.
leader stated that under President George Weah, Liberia is threatened by the same factors that were used by insurgents to destroy the country during the Civil War. Joining us now to discuss
Joseph Nyuma Boyka. Joseph Nyuma Boyka compared the administration of President Weah to water, according to Joseph Nyuma Boyka. Not that what he said. You know, some of these clips we are keeping it not because we want to denigrate people, but we want to show you so you can hear for yourself the reality. Joseph Nyuma Boyka said the President Weah government were almost like the water government. You were listening to him. We play this. You know, sometimes Facebook can get our own copyright
the
on
state
it.
of
They
the
say, "Oh,
nation of
shouldn't
Liberia
do this, do that,
and
and the
his
rest of it."
ambition to be Minister of Agriculture.
That's right.
You've been Vice President,
Yes.
2006 to 2018. And now you say you want
Listen
to
to
be
him.
president. You are 78. The man that is there, Judge Weah, he may be in the opposition party, but he belongs to a younger generation. What is the ambition? What's the proposition? Why do you think you need to go back there to help the
That's
people?
when he went to Nigeria. When he went to Nigeria so that he can be able to ask people like Atta Easy to give him money in order for him to run his campaign. This is the reason why today you see Joseph Nyuma Boyka is bringing back people who yesterday they cooked the Liberian people. Look, do not be surprised. Boyka is not going to give you anything good in that country because Boyka was there for 12 years. The only people that Boyka is, you know, close to are criminals and crooks. Those 68 concession agreements are all were booger. You think when Joseph Nyuma Boyka is looking for people, who you will look for? You look for the same people to come back. The man lie and say he get contact. Up to now, we have not seen any serious job creation under him. But rather, we are seeing, in fact, massive unemployment of our people. So the Nigeria they went to go and take money from these people to help him with campaign, borrowing money around. Because remember now, this man told you and I that he was living on loan. So it wasn't surprised for him to go around the place and take money from people. So today, when you see an Atta Easy coming, a man who crooked the government under the same Joseph Nyuma Boyka regime is coming back today under Joseph Nyuma Boyka, you surprised? No, don't be surprised. That's why they want to take our oil block and give it to Atta Easy, who is a flipper, a senior power for that matter. You gain it, you look for somebody, you give it to the person, he made money, he wipe a ball, he gone. One shovel he even get before I'm talking about machine that you can use on the sea to do any serious exploration. No, he didn't get it. So he can't do a Joseph Nyuma Boyka and say, "Oh, Atta Easy, crook the Joseph Nyuma Boyka." He will always be associated with crooks. That's how he looking like. Crooks will always go looking for crooks. That's how it is. They go bring a man Atta Easy, say, "Oh man, you remember? So you can't do our thing. We'll give you the oil block. We'll give it to you for small money. You go, you rack it to people for good money. You get your own share. You take my own share, you give it to me. You fire your level. Everybody go. Free, clear. Listen to Joseph Nyuma Boyka. I know sometimes Facebook can bring this copyrights on it, but it's important I will do it. No problem.
Of Liberia.
Well, I always say that whatever is chasing you, if it doesn't stop running, you can't stop running. Our country had not seen the kind of leadership that is needed to transform that country.
Yeah?
And Mr. Weah is not a person to do it. We knew it, but we gave them the chance to take him. And now we know very well that it's not a test. We know for sure that Weah was not cut off for that.
So let's go in front a bit.
Liberia was removed from being a failed state to a country that was giving hope to the people. We put in better infrastructure. We were able to.
Look what he's saying. Let me carry this back.
Were in power. Liberia was removed from being a failed state to a country that was giving hope to the people.
This is one of the lies that Joseph Nyuma Boyka told on this interview. For Liberia to be moved from a failed state to a state that gave hope to the people, It wasn't because of Joseph Numa Boyka. That glory will go to President Weah. Because first of all, he worked along with the United Nations in disarming those fighters. And Liberia was not the way it was because of Joseph Numa Boyka effort. No. The United Nations played a pivotal role in bringing peace to that land. So Boyka was just placed in after all the work was done, to the extent that even the budget, about 70% or 65% of our budget, depended on international aid under Boyka regime. But Boyka come and sit here and wants to take the glory for what happened under the regime that we had GMA experts and all these United Nations people were. You see Joseph Numa Boyka? Want tell you that this man is just an ungrateful man. The only thing he wants to take is the glory, but he will not take the blame. Sometimes you say Allah. For God to move from behind to say we squander resources, that one was a miracle. So listening to this interview, he wants to make it like, yeah, we did it, under Madam Ellen Justice Salif. In fact, what they did, he said confessed that they squander opportunity. But listen here.
We put in better infrastructure. We're able to remove the stigma of a nation that was failing. And right now, you go to Liberia, people who know Liberia, the country has gone backward in every area.
You hear Joseph Numa Boyka? He said when he was vice president, before we could become president, they built infrastructure. They put all of the system in place, blah, blah, blah. They did everything. But right now, according to Joseph Numa Boyka, he said the country gone backward. When he was in opposition, when he went to Nigeria, he said the country gone backward. Let's compare and see under whose regime now the country is way behind or it's retrogressing. But let's listen to him small.
Is all corruption, stealing with impunity, a country that is, I call, is on autopilot because there's no leadership. And we cannot continue to risk the future of unborn generation, not to even mention the ones that are there, young people
so that Boyka,
that just get children to school. But we believe that agriculture will not do well if you don't have good roads. So we go to the R and we talk about roads. I think, but we believe that agriculture will not do well if you don't have good roads. So we go to the R and we talk about roads. I think Mr. Weah misunderstood me when I said road number 1, road number 2, road number 3. I was not talking about this community roads and just for the sake of putting something maybe and making money. I'm talking about roads that are very strategic to development. Roads, farm to market roads that help to reduce prices because of the possibility of good schools, children sitting on the precisely because education. The number of children that we had in school had dropped drastically, firstly because of the lack of good teachers, access to good schools, children sitting on the floor, and there's nobody that even has a feeling that life is beyond them. Then you go to the sanitation. We are in developing country. We are not advanced in curative medicine. But if you keep the communities clean, if you take sanitation and keep the people in the rural community.
You see, Joseph Numa Boyka, I want to move this because I don't want Facebook, disturbing my video. So at the end of the day, yeah, Joseph Numa Boyka talking about cleaning the city, sanitation. He's talking about access to road. He's talking about education. According to him, he said there are no teachers in the class. The students were sitting on the ground, blah, 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 and stuff like that. But under Joseph Numa Boyka, the University of Liberia, continue to remain perpetually closed. The University of Liberia. Students are protesting on a daily basis. The place is so deplorable. In fact, the way President Weah left the University of Liberia is worse than what it is. Than what it was, sorry. Very worse. I can show you video of renovation that was being carried out at the University of Liberia under the Weah-led administration. Don't believe what I'm saying. Let me bring you a video here. Because sometimes we're saying these things, you think we're joking. We're not here to joke. We are not here to joke. Just bear with me while I try to bring you what I'm supposed to bring you.
The government of Liberia to provide funding, and thus it was estimated that more than $4 million is needed to fix, repair, restore, reconstruct the existing and new infrastructure of the University of Liberia. To this end, an initial fund of 375,000 United States dollars was provided by the government of Liberia to jumpstart the first phase of the renovation. The entire renovation covers the Capitol Hill, Fender, and the TH. Yeah.
We have series of questions and comments coming in.
Okay.
I just decided to flag one, which summarize.
No, sorry, my people. I want to look for the video.
Someone is
I don't
saying,
know.
please, in all of your updates, do not forget to talk about the situation on campus yesterday. I don't know the situation.
Just bear with me.
Well, situation on campus yesterday, I remember yesterday that I had a meeting with the Faculty Association. I also remember vividly that the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, Honorable Nathaniel McGill, who was leading the government at the time, and the Minister of Finance and Development Planning, with colleagues from the Ministry of Finance and Ministry of Public Works.
Okay, so let me bring you this.
We are now in the possession of 50% of the balance for the renovation work, and we are told that next week, Wednesday.
So, Honor President Weah, an amount was allocated for the renovation of the University of Liberia. I don't want you to believe I'm going to play the sound. Some of these things, we don't want to bring the video so that, Facebook can restrict what we are doing. So I'm going to bring you the sound. Let me see if I can bring you the sound here. Okay. So I'm going to bring you the sound and I want you to listen, right? I want you to listen. So under the regime of President George Manning Weah, we saw that President Weah provide funding to the University of Liberia for the renovation. They even started with the pavement of the University of Liberia, the roads that are there. I get the video here. But some of this video, I'm going to, I want to play the sound. So let me play it for you to hear it. This is Dr. Nelson, right?
And they will give us $1 million in 2022 for the renovation exercises, having in mind that all the renovation will not be completed in 2022, but to enable us.
So let me just bring this to you. Let me show it to you so that you can see it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to bring everything.
2022 for the renovation exercises, having in mind that all the renovation will not be completed in 2022.
So President Weah allocated money for the renovation of the University of Liberia. I don't want you to believe it. This is Dr. Julius J.S. Nelson, who was the president of the University of Liberia under His Excellency President Dr. George Manuel Weah. So when President Weah took over, what he decided to do is that let us renovate the University of Liberia. It started already. You know of the digital system. I need not to tell you about that. You know of how they were changing the bathroom and making everything, very beautiful, what it is, and even allocated money for that particular purpose. There were money allocated for that purpose. So I'm going to play this video and I want you to listen, not to me, but to Julius Saulo Nessing, who was the president at the time of the University of Liberia. Huh? So let me just bring something here for you to see it. Here is it. You see him right here? He's about to give us update. So I want you to listen to see what President Weah was doing in all of these sectors. But because some of us were deceived by the Unity Party, that when they come, they will do everything fine, everything will be okay. At the end of the day, guess what happened? Immediately, the CDC lost the election. Money that was allocated, forget it. It went in thin air. The Unity Party government decided that we'll not get time for these students, man. But listening to this, just listening. Let me play this for you to listen.
But to enable us improve the environment for classes to start, we'll work within the context of that 1 million in 2022. Out of the 1 million, we have received 375. The consultation we had yesterday, we informed you.
Yeah, so the number
Minister
is
of
right here.
State
The number
for
to call
Presidential Affairs, the Minister of Finance,
is right here.
visited us yesterday, and they were on this campus. We are now in the possession of 50% of the balance for the renovation work, and we are told that next week, Wednesday, the other balance to complete the 1 million of additional teaching power will be received. And that is why the work for the first phase of the renovation, we believe, will finish in the next 3 weeks, and will enable us to start classes on the 27th Monday of June 2022.
Yeah. Now I will carry this back and I want you to listen. These are some of the things that President Weah was doing for our education sector. But some of you refuse to listen. Some of us will say these things. We play it here. But you refuse to listen. President Weah, knowing the value of education, decided that look, we cannot be able to allow our students to just sit and fold their arms like that and leave the university in a deplorable condition. Let us start the renovation. And he gave money for the renovation. Don't believe what I am saying. So we're about to listen to Julius Saulo Nessing. I will play you the voice and I'll bring you the video because I don't want for Facebook, some of these videos will play Facebook and, restrict us some kind of way, some kind of how. So listening to him. Just listening to him. Listening here.
Okay. Let me start from the second question. I share in the statement that when we did.
So I'm going to play you the voice clip of it. This is the number, so you can, already we'll open the line and then we'll put the number there. So let's listen to the briefing of the president of the University of Liberia at the time.
Would not be completed in
So
listening the university that they will give us $1 billion in 2022 for the renovation exercises, having in mind that all the renovation will not be completed in 2022. But to enable us improve the environment for classes to start, we'll work within the context of that 1 million in 2022. Out of the 1 million, we have received 375. The consultation we had yesterday, we informed you that the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, the Minister of Finance, visited us yesterday, and they were on this campus. We are now in the possession of 50% of the balance for the renovation work, and we are told that next week, Wednesday, the other balance to complete the 1 million of additional teaching power will be received. And that is why the work for the first phase of the renovation, we believe, will finish in the next 3 weeks, and will enable us to start classes on the 27th Monday of June 2022.
Yeah, so 2022, who was the president? It wasn't Joseph Numa Boeka who was the president, right? It was President Weah who was the president in 2022. Provided the money for the renovation of the University of Liberia. This is the president of the university at the time, Dr. Julius Saudo Nelson, informing the press of what the government of President Weah has been able to deliver to the University of Liberia to make sure the environment is conducive for students. Let me play this again.
Of 50% of the balance environment for classes to start will work within the context of that 1 million in 2022. Out of the 1 million, we have received 375. The consultation we had yesterday, we informed you that the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, the Minister of Finance visited us yesterday, and they were on this campus. We are now in the possession of 50% of the balance for the renovation work, and we are told that next week, Wednesday, the other balance to complete the 1 million of additional 225 will be received. And that is why the work for the first phase of the renovation, we believe, will finish in the next 3 weeks and will enable us to start classes on the 27th, Monday of June 2022. How confident are we? We are because we talked to the engineer, we talked to the technician, and the government of Liberia have already front-loaded the money we need to complete the first phase of the renovation. If we didn't have the money, I would tell you, say, no, we're not committed. But we did the appropriate consultation, so we will be receiving between now and next week, Wednesday, the total amount of 1 million that was in the budget for renovation work in 2022 for the University of Liberia. If we get that money, we can assure you our team with the GS to the renovation. If we didn't have the money, I would tell you, say, no, we're not committed. But we did the appropriate consultation, so we will be receiving between now and next week, Wednesday, the total amount of 1 million that was in the budget for renovation work in 2022 for the University of Liberia. If we get that money, we can assure you our team.
So before the election, His Excellency President Dr. George Manning Weah was able to make good $1 million for the renovation of the University of Liberia. President Weah was able to make that amount available. You see how you people destroy the progress that we were making? You see how Brecker deceive you in lying to your children that today we are where we are? So at the end of the day, look at what is happening. Just look at what is happening. No, it's not me talking. He's right there. He's right there. I'm playing. I don't want to bring the video because I don't want for Facebook, to kind of like block me. So, Facebook guy, what you call that, wahala. Here is it. Look there. Here is it. So let me move this from here. So he was explaining in the press conference that the government have already delivered the money for the renovation. Now, what happened to that money? That the renovation is not completed because it was delivered. Joseph Numa Boyka took over. The renovation work of the university was ongoing before Boyka became president. Let me show you another video here. Just give me, let me see. I'm coming. I want to put this renovation up for you to see it. I have the video somewhere, but then I put a video in one of my file. I can't just, anyways, I can't just get the video in my file. Let me see if I can bring this here. My people. Just bear with me. I want to try to bring this video. I should have the video right here. I'm trying to bring this video here.
Use the upper part of it, that's the upstairs, while the ground floor is being used for the elementary school.
Sorry. Sincerely, I'm checking for this. Let me see. And I can't. I want to take it from via Fintech Campus. Oh, please bear with me, my people. I want to searching for this renovation, but then it's going to take me. I thought it's on. I having it in one of my files, which I can't readily get hold of it, but I thought it is on YouTube. But I have it right in my file and thinking that I can get it from YouTube, because when I go into my file, it's going to take me a while for me to. I will not be able to get the. Anyways, maybe next time I will show it to you. I don't want to go through my file. It's going to be too long. But you listening to what the president of the university, honor President Weah, was saying, Julius Nelson, that they've already received the money, for the renovation. So what happened under Joseph Numa Boyka administration that caused that particular funding to just just cease? That they can't continue it no more. That the university is perpetually closed. So you see, you have a government who does not care about you, don't care about your well-being, care about your survivability. What they care about is to steal. A man who travel from Liberia to other countries with the Liberian people resources and can bring nothing back. That is the issue. You see, this whole issue of old president, we are saying it was just a distraction. But thank God we're able to adequately contain it within less than no time. That's the good thing. We're able to contain it. So the questions that remain now are, Joseph Numa Boyka travel, what have we to benefit from as Liberians? After using the Liberian people resources to travel, what does it come with? What are we to benefit? Nothing at all. My people, this government is a scam, it's a disgrace of a government. The Liberian people have been abandoned by this government. There are no development going on. Don't talk about the overhead bridge, because we know that it was under the administration of His Excellency President Dr. George Manuel Weah that we saw that. The Noka new building, it was under President Weah that we saw it. The Noka new building. Let me see if I can just bring you this here. Okay. Just bear with me. Let me see if I can. Okay, so this is a project that was initiated by His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah. So here is it. Let me see if I can bring this here. Here is it. You see the Nuka building that is completed today? Now, Joseph Newman Boyka, because they are so hungry for project, we want to take glory of this project. But this is something that President Weah initiated and paid for it and paid the company for it, everything. This was the exact structure. This was the exact structure. Completed under Joseph Newman Boyka, but guess what? Today, Boyka is running with that project and saying that my project, he wants to take glory. My people, I want to say thanks to all of you. Time have caught up with us. We got to go and do our hustle. We will not sit and allow this government to lie to our people. Any time that we have, whether it be 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, or 4 hours, we'll always come here to educate our people, to inform our people, and ensure that our people get the information to confront this barbaric and corrupt regime of Boyka. Boyka travel, bring back nothing, but because he want to distract the Liberian people so that they can ask him questions, they bring noise. Oh, President, we had this happened to him, that happened to him. It almost like the father who failed to carry on his fatherly responsibility. As soon as he come to the house and his wife say hello, he just busts up with anger. What happened? How you look at me like that? How you can't speak to me like that? Eh? Because he wants to use that confusion so that the wife cannot ask him where the full money, where the children recess, where you brought today for us. So we know these strategies. And Joseph Newman Boyka, being a corrupt man who have been around for a while, he understands that. So the Unity Party will always try to distract you, fellow Liberians. Don't be distracted, seditions. Y'all know they poke and lie. Somebody called me yesterday and said, oh, Prince, you know, oh, they say, President, we are here. I say, my man, y'all acting like they say, y'all know these people that you're dealing with. That Unity Party. Again, I want to remind you, fellow Liberians, that if you are living in Virginia, you are living in Maryland or in Washington, D.C., and you are a sedition, please reach out to us so that we can add you to the chat room. Please reach out to us so that we can add you to the chat room. My number is out there. You know my number already. It's right there. Please reach out to us so that we can add you in our chat room. We don't want to leave you out. The speed at which we are going as seditions in the diaspora, we don't want to leave anybody out. Even if you are in a state where you think that maybe, one way or the other, reach out to us. We'll direct you to your leaders. The DMV chapter comprises of Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. So if you are in any of these states, reach out to us. Let's put you in the chat room. Let's get you connected as a sedition. It is not good for you to be in those areas. Then you are not involved. Then we don't know you as a family. Then you are not part of the activities. It will not be good on our side. It will not be good on your side. So if you are in Washington, D.C., in Maryland, or in Virginia, please reach out to us so that we can know you, put you in the chat room, and we start what we're supposed to start with. Because 2029, definitely His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah is coming back. And all of us has to be on board. All of us got to contribute towards this tax. So we don't want to oh boy, people then doing that CDC thing. We even know what happened here. Also, if you are in any of the area, in the DMV area, please contact us. Even if you are not in DMV, you are in Iowa, you are in Pennsylvania, Minnesota, wherever you are, we can stay connected to the leadership there. So again, we want to say thanks to each and every one of you for the time. On this note, my people, time have caught up with us. We want to say thank you. We appreciate you. Have yourself a God bless day and bye. Love you all.